Title: Sharing my story, a journey through betrayal, injustice, and recovery. I'm posting this because I just came across a story very similar to mine, and it brought up a lot of difficult emotions. I'd like to share my experience, not for sympathy, but maybe to help others in similar situations feel less alone. Background: I was in a relationship with my ex for 4 years. When she became pregnant, we decided to get married. I believed we were building a future together. 2 years into the marriage, I discovered I was not the biological father of the child. At first, she denied any infidelity, but after 6 months, she admitted to cheating before the marriage. She insisted she was faithful after we got married, but by then, I found it impossible to trust anything she said. Despite not being the biological father, I was still legally responsible for the child. In my state, any child born within a marriage is presumed to be the husband's. The only way to remove my name from the birth certificate is if the biological father claims the child, which hasn't happened. The biological father vanished completely. We've since divorced, but the court ruled that I must continue paying child support until the child turns 18. I feel like I was betrayed twice, once by her, and again by a system that seems to punish loyalty and reward deception. First update: assault. I appreciate everyone's comments and support. Unfortunately, life hit me with another blow. On the morning of May 23, 2025, I was mugged on my way to work. 3 men approached me, all armed with knives. In the chaos, I was stabbed several times, on my head, arm, chest, and underarm. They stole my phone, wallet, and even my lunch. I waited nearly 30 minutes for help, then asked a bystander to call me an Uber. It wasn't until I was in the car, trying not to bleed on the seat, that I realized I had no way to pay. The driver was understandably upset, but I explained the situation and gave him my address so he could come by later for payment. I spent the day in the hospital. With no way to cook or order food, I went 2 days without eating. Eventually, my mother took me in, helped me recover, and supported me as I replaced my stolen ID and bank cards. I also hadn't informed my workplace because I had no phone, so she contacted them on my behalf. In a strange way, the physical pain has been therapeutic. It distracted me from the emotional pain I'd been carrying. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't thinking about my ex. I haven't even taken my antidepressants since the incident. Second update: discovery. While setting up my new phone, I logged into my Google account and noticed my storage was full. I remembered I had once added my account to my ex's phone years ago, and it turns out everything saved to her cloud had been syncing to mine. That's when I found out the full truth. She had been cheating throughout both our relationship and marriage. There were countless inappropriate photos and messages, evidence that confirmed my worst fears. I even found screenshots revealing she had an abortion before the pregnancy that led to our marriage. It devastated me. What hurt the most was discovering she had moved another man into our home before the divorce was finalized. All those years I stayed faithful and rejected advances because I respected our vows, while she was deceiving me at every turn. I've compiled all this evidence and shared it with my lawyer. I'm reopening the case. Court is today, June 3rd, and I'm hoping for a fair outcome this time. Closing thoughts: I'm still processing everything, but I'm moving forward, slowly but surely. I'm grateful to my mother for her unconditional support. I've learned that healing isn't linear, but with every step, I get a little closer to peace. Thanks to everyone who's taken the time to read or reach out. I'll post another update when the court process is resolved. I could not sleep, so I tried fixing the pacing and spell errors. Third update: court aftermath. I just got back from court, and a lot happened today. My lawyer presented all the evidence we had gathered. The judge was visibly upset by what was revealed, but to my deep disappointment, I learned that my ex cannot be charged for having an abortion behind my back. That was a hard blow to hear. There's a 50% chance that child could have been mine, and she chose to end that life without ever telling me. It felt like I lost a child I never even had the chance to know. We also showed proof, bank statements, that I had spent about $35,000 over the past 2+ months on her son. I'm not sure how much that is in dollars. But because I had sent the money to her account directly, there wasn't enough documentation to prove it was specifically for the child. Despite that, the fact that I was paying child support for 7 months is now under review. And there's a possibility I could get that money back. The judge stated something about how family courts act in the best interest of the child, which was hard to hear given everything I've endured. However, my lawyer assured me that child support payments will be stopped, based on what the judge said. I wish I could remember the judge's exact words, but I was too emotional by that point. When I heard they wouldn't be charging her for what I see as murder, I broke down. I cried, full of anger and grief. My body started shaking uncontrollably. It felt like I had swallowed something scalding hot. My chest tightened, and my stomach twisted with a feeling I can't even describe. Like butterflies, but sharp. The only moment of relief came when the judge acknowledged that she had lied under oath. They are now pulling her records and launching a formal investigation. So I was dating this girl for about a year by then, and she randomly becomes sad, calls me, and I ask her what happened. She said she fucked up. I ask her to explain, and after about an hour of comforting her while crying, she finally opened up. I'm a very understanding guy, and I know some bad things had happened in the past to her, including trauma from her father when she was younger, won't get into the details. But she tells me that she got contacted by her ex over phone. They've only dated online, and she said she was just gonna have a talk with him. Then she tells me this IDK if she's lying, but says that he started threatening her and to leak her nudes if she didn't show him anything, so he made her go on Snapchat call with her and show him things as he touched himself. She told me that she was really scared and didn't want her nudes to be leaked because she was scared how I'd feel and scared about how everyone else would think of her. I comforted her, because being the nice guy the first time I was just caring for her cause I could tell she truly was sad. I've been dating this girl for more than 3.5 years now, and the only other incident that came up was her with a coworker, where I looked through their messages and he was asking her dirty questions, but she never asked any back. He asked things like, "Do you like cuddling after sex?" When I saw them, she said they were just normal messages, and I explained to her to let another man ask those questions even if they are a work friend is not okay. He knew she had trauma and that she had a BF. I confronted him about it, told him to not contact her anymore, and that he used her trauma against her, cause I truly feel as if she doesn't understand when someone is just being friendly or being weird, cause she truly doesn't have that many friends. It's hard for her to make female friends. She never said anything bad that I could see in the messages, only him, unless she deleted them cause they were on Snap, but yet again, if so, she would have deleted the rest of the messages. She bawled her eyes out about it, saying she truly didn't know and thought he was just being friendly. I used her account to ask him if he remembers those dirty pics to test her, and he was like, "What dirty pics? You never sent me any." So I know they never sent any pictures. She blocked him and stopped talking to him at work, and he gave her a handwritten letter to apologize, cause I told her, "If he keeps talking to you like that, take it to our." After that there hasn't been any cases, and I truly love her to death. She truly has trauma. She used to have a therapist and everything. But it still hurts to think about and gets my mind running. She seems like she loves me to death back. My question is that what are the chances she was lying? I don't feel as if she is, because she was the one who came out and told me about what happened in year 1, showing that she was truthful, and if I ever ask her about it, she swears to God she was pressured into it. Do you think she's lying? Let me know your thoughts please, cause it lingers in my head.